Multiple people have asked me recently how to square up a quilt block, and I've shown them here in the store, but I want to show you today in case you don't know how to do it. Let's get started and I'll show you how. This is the square that we're going to be squaring up. We want it to measure 12.5 by 12.5, and it is slightly over that. So what we're going to do is, we don't want to lose any of these borders. We know we're going to lose some because we've got to cut it down, but we don't want this one to have no border and this one to have a big border. So we have to do it equal on both sides. So what I do, and there's multiple methods, but my method is fold it in half again, and find that point. Press it down so I make a mark. Then when I open it back up, there's my center mark right there. I'm going to take this ruler and I'm going to center it to the mark we found, to the center of this 12.5 inch ruler, which will be right there. Now I've got to trim these edges off. So I'm going to start by doing so on two sides. Once I make sure for sure it's lined up, then I'm going to take this rotary cutter and I'm going to cut the one side off and the other side off, and then I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to turn this 2 times. 1, 2. Now these two sides were right, so now I have to do it again and put this ruler right back where it was. To mark that center mark that we drew. And then we cut the other two sides. And then what we will have is a 12.5 inch block, perfectly cut to size. If you have a square that has a line through it like this, you can use that line along with this line that goes straight from corner to corner on your ruler, and line that ruler up. Line it on your cutting mat. Line that line on there. And then, if I can get this lined up right. Now this line is going exactly across this line. This side needs just a tad bit, that side, all the other sides are right. So I'm going to trim this hair of a piece over here off. And that one's squared up to size. If it wasn't, we'd do the same process we did with the other one. We would trim the two sides, turn it 2 times, and trim the other 2 sides. And that's how you square up a quilt block. Before we go, I want to show you one more ruler. This is by far my favorite ruler for squaring up if it's under 9.5 inch block. This is the Quilt in the Day 9.5 inch square up ruler. And it's got lines, I don't know if you can see it, but it's got lines across here that you would follow for whatever size you wanted. If you wanted a 5.5 inch square, then you line it up to this and you'll end up with a 5.5 inch square. Same with 6, 6.5, 7, 7.5, all the way down to 9.5. You just follow these lines. There's no simpler ruler than this ruler right here by far. So just another option when you're squaring up a quilt block. I hope you learned something from this video. If you have questions, put them in the comments below. And like always, if you would like and subscribe to our videos, we would appreciate it more than we can ever express. So like and subscribe to our channel. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, come back and see us for more videos. If there's something you want us to see in a video, to do in a video, then contact us, let us know what that is. We'll be sure to try to get that video out there for you. Until next time, happy quilting.